only fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking to make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose running, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating the Ashley's like a media. With knowledge like a thesaurus, encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What it is, what it ain't. What's happening, good people? What is good? Hope everybody is blessed and prospering this morning. I've had a great weekend. All right. I feel good. All right? I feel real good this morning. I hope everybody else does also that's listening, that's going to come in later, that's going to hear this on the playback. All of you, feel free to feel blessed. You hear me, and hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you didn't subscribe to the channel already. The best way to support the channel is to join the channel. Everybody that joins the channel will have access to all of my, well, in moderation, they will have access to my Liquor Spot lives and Love and Sports lives. But let's get on with the show because I have a lot to talk about. It's a lot that's been going on in the last week of boxing. Excuse me for my tardiness yesterday. I was at the Cannabis Festival and it was fun. Your girl had a ball. Okay, so I didn't go live. All right. I was enjoying myself. Okay, enjoy yourself. Salute to Mike Biggs. Boxing is in the building first. What is popping with you, King? What is good with you? I'll turn on my camera just for a little bit. Turn on my camera. I had to take my I had my little thing on my head and it was all messed up. I woke up. It's all messed up. But whatever. Salute to you, Mike Biggs. Boxing was popping with you. King Dry Turkeys in the house. Said Manny Pacquiao won 7-5. I don't got no problem with it. Salute to you, Felix Nunez. What's popping with you? Salute. Dry Turkey said, Tank resume aging like milk, Ashley. Okay. For real, yo. And it's not even to you. But I honestly knew why people said that back in the day to me because they really wanted to get a rise out of me. You don't even know me. for real. I don't think you know me or you've been around the channel for that long. I'm not sure anymore because I honestly, when I look at everybody's channel, they talk about Tank 100 times more than me. I don't make videos. I don't go live about Tank. Everybody else does that. Like, I'm not the one to get my feelings about no fighter. Anybody in life that don't help me in life, and nobody helps me in life on this platform, especially no fighters. So I mean, if you say his resume is aging like fine milk, more power to you, bro. Salute to you, Outlaw Boxing. What is popping with you? Deaf to all fanboys. Salute to you. What is good with you, AJ? 64 in the building. What is popping with you? Emmanuel in the house. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate all the kings for coming in the building. Yo, listen. Oh, hold on. I forgot something. My bad. Okay, now I need to find a fucking pen. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Jesus. Why does it keep? Oh my God. Anyways, salute to your kettle nectar. What is popping with you? Salute. The Tank sleeps Barrios, the slept Barrios. Yeah, he did. And Barrios went the distance with Keith and tied it with a legend. Makes no sense. I wasn't going to go. I'm having too much of a good time. I'm in too much of my inner peace to care to even state a fact behind his opinion. But you're right, Felix Nunez. You're right. Because Tank don't fight at 140. He never fought at welterweight. And that's Manny Pacquiao's warehouse. And honestly, people were screaming robbery. I don't see one. I just don't. Was it kind of close? Yeah. I don't see the robbery, though. I don't think it's that serious. I don't think it's that serious, but, you know, it can go either way. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't think Manny should be fighting anyway. I think they was giving Manny Pacquiao a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? On the mic, it was kissing his ass thoroughly on the mic. It was giving him a lot of respect. It felt like he was up 2 rounds to the champion before the fight even started, to be for real. Barrios trash. Barrios didn't really do shit. I can say that. But I fell asleep on the fight. Real talk. I seen everything else leading up to it. And I seen the beginning. I think I went to sleep like I woke up though just to see that it was a draw, right? But I fell asleep on the fight. I was tired. Manny wanted to touch gloves 176 times. Okay, I do remember this. Barrios was hitting him to the belt. Hitting him to the body. And they were clean shots. And Pacquiao was stopping the fight constantly to look at the ref and talk to the ref about where the punches was landing. That I didn't like. Because I was like, Barrios had multiple chances to jump on Manny Pacquiao and make something significant happen during the fight. But he didn't. He didn't take none of those chances. He stopped the fight. I remember at three different rounds, he stopped the fight because Barrios was landing some vicious body punches on his ass. And I say vicious because why else stop the fight? Those punches was clean. They wasn't low. They were clean. I didn't like that. That made me look at Barrios different. Like, what the fuck? Now you showing this motherfucker too much respect. I ain't like that. I ain't like that shit at all. And the ref kept telling him the punches was clean. They're clean. He continued to do that shit throughout the fight. The shit was crazy. And I remember whoever that was training Barrios, whoever that was in his corner, his coach was like, don't let him dictate he's not the ref. Don't let him dictate the fight. And I was like, thank you. This motherfucker still did it a couple more times, though. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Barrios didn't capitalize. We don't know what would have happened if he did, but he didn't capitalize. The motherfucker hands was down, and he was looking at the referee having a little conversation at 3 different rounds of the fight. Yes, way too much respect. Barrios pissed me off. Remind me of him. Remind me of Tim Bradley in the Pacquiao rematch. Too much respect. I ain't like that shit. Now, if he would have lost to Manny Pacquiao, bruh, he would have lost to a man that's damn near 50 years old. I don't care how they're saying Manny Pacquiao looked. Manny Pacquiao did not turn back the time. Like, he looked, this bruh, for real, he didn't look bad. I'm not saying that, but bruh, he did not look younger than what he did the last 2 fights he had as a professional fighter, bro. He looked like the same fighter, man. It's not that serious. This is his second draw in a row. Okay. I wasn't behind the fight anyway. I think it's pretty ill. You know, I think being that welterweight is where it is right now. And you only got, who's the champions at welterweight? Remind me. You got Brian Norman Jr. You have, who else is the welterweight champions right now? Shit, I can't even think. I mean, if he would have won, who would he would have fought after that? Like for real, when you think about his performance and what he did with Mario Barrios, it was ample times for some damage to happen. It really was. And I seen after the fight, they walked up to Mario Barrios, and the first thing one reporter asked him was, he was like, good fight, you know, congratulations on a good fight. Who hits harder in between Pacquiao and Tank? I was like, man, you shouldn't even answer that shit, bro. The disrespect. The disrespect. He said, I don't judge power. Both of them don't, basically, is what he said. Like, why would he answer that question anyway? Yeah, Boots just dropped this shit. Let me see who the fuck got the titles. For real. Okay. We got the IBF is vacant. Jerron Boots Ennis dropped his shit. The WBA regular Rolly has that shit. Mario Barrios had the WBC, and Brian Norman has the WBO. Lewis Crocker is number 1. Number 2 is not rated. Number 3 is Patty Donovan for the IBF at 147. Who the fuck are they? Alex Rocha is number 6. Karen is number 7. Damn. Like, who the fuck are these people that's ranked in the IBF at welterweight right now? Like, word. Alexis Rocha. Why Devin Haney ain't ranked at welterweight? Ryan Garcia is ranked. I don't see Devin Haney name on this joint nowhere. I don't see him at 140 either. Devin Haney ain't on this joint. You guys really think Pat gonna continue fighting at 47? Like, why? Is he broke? Why did he fight this fight? Just to prove a point? Just to, like, he thought he can like have a break a record or something by having a title at this age or something? If so, I understand it, but I don't know why he took this fight. I don't get it. I don't know if he's broke. I don't watch people's pockets. He shouldn't be. There's no way that anybody that's been making millions for this long should not be broke. Like, I don't understand this. On YouTube you can pull up like lottery winners that went broke. I'll binge watch them joints. Them shits be amazing to me. They be fucking amazing. Watch one of them one day. Like a 30-minute long joint. Watch one that has like multiple different people just losing their money. Watch it. It's amazing. I heard he give out money or something to the people in the Philippines, but so does Akon. He give out money to the people in Africa. Akon gave out water supply and all that. He ain't broke. So it's something that the man ain't doing. Is he got a gambling addiction? Does he like too many women? I don't know. There's no way that I can see Manny Pacquiao being broke. The same thing that people said about Floyd. I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's so many things that you can invest your money in and forget about, and you did it 10 years ago. You just call up your account like, do I have any extra money? And be like, well, you got that account that you opened up in 96. I just don't see it. I just don't see him being broke. I don't know why. I don't know why he took this fight. I don't know, but look at the lineup I just said that's at 147. You got Barrios, Brian Norman Jr., Rolly, and then a vacant title. To be honest, Mario Barrios should fight the person ranked number 1, Lewis Crocker, for the IBF. That's what he should do instead of coming back trying to fight a champion. He should have came back and fought whoever the fuck Lewis Crocker is that's ranked number 1 in the IBF. It's a vacant title. That's what he should have did. That's what he can do. If that's what he wants, you know what I'm saying? If he want to be a title holder at his age, I have no idea what's going on. I really don't. I don't know why he fought him in the first place. Yeah, the reporters is crazy. Yo, they be thirsty. Yes, like Rolly, it says the WBA Jerron Ennis, and he's moving up, and then it says Rolly Romero regular, and then it has the top 15. So, yeah, if anything, he's going to get elevated, or they're going to make him fight whoever, Chakram. They're going to make him fight Chakram or Stanionis. Good luck, Rolly. Yeah, earn that belt, buddy. Somebody named Rue Curls, number 3. Ryan Garcia is ranked number 4. Connor Benj ranked number 5, and then that guy Lewis Crocker again. Yo, that's what Manny can do for real. Come back and get that IBF. If that's what the bottom line was, if that's really wanted to do, just did the title at his age. Yeah. Yo, I'm just saying, like, it should be a better. I don't know if he has advisors, a financial advisor. Yeah. A chip and dip. Boots would have had a field day last night against either one of them. Yeah, that's a fact, Anthony Jones. Salute to you. Salute to you, Mike Ribbon. What's popping with you? Yeah, Rolly versus Barrios would be a good one. Yo, if Rolly pressure him and start landing them bombs, I don't know. Rolly looked good in his last fight versus Ryan Garcia, though. Maybe different, y'all. Maybe different. Yeah. Barrios I don't know what's going on with him, but he need to tighten up for real. Now, to the fight that I was wrong about, Tim Tszyu. I don't think Tim Tszyu's done. Can I say that first? Inactivity just doesn't match up to Gary. Salute to you, Roja. You came here to talk about it. I was trying to save it. I was trying to save it a little bit. A little bit. Hold on. But yeah, Tim Tszyu. I was doing something when Gary was fighting, so I did see the fight. I just didn't see the end of it. I seen most of it. I didn't see the last 3 rounds, I think. But Tim Tszyu. I don't think Tim Tszyu's over. I don't think he's done. I think what he did versus Spencer let me know that he was good. You know what I'm saying? I just think that dude that has the IBF that beat his ass, he just can't beat him. But it was a toss up when it came to Fondor because they fought already, and he was having good success with Fondor. This fight, it looked like Fondor has been working on some things, and honestly, this is what he should have been doing. You know what I mean? A lot of people fight. How can I say? There's a certain way to throw punches. Okay, all trainers would teach you how to throw a jab similarly, kind of the same way. It depends on how your body mechanics are, but they're going to teach you the same way on how to throw a jab. Okay, you don't just throw it out willy-nilly. It's a certain way that you do it. Okay, when it comes to somebody his height, he can't throw a jab conventional the way everybody else do. I think that's the word I'm looking for. He can't do it conventionally the way everybody else do it. Because of his height and the way he was doing it, how we seen professionally on TV earlier in his career, his jab was way too slow to bring it back. If somebody slipped it, it would be easy to counter because of his replacement was too far, too long, too slow to come back, if that makes any sense. His replacement, meaning his block or wherever he holds his hands. You know what I'm saying? So his jab was too long and it was too slow to actually come back in a good time period to actually be safe and use his jab correctly. And his feet, his stance is very wide like a giraffe and his feet are slow. So people was finding success getting around that jab. He had to modify his jab, and they taught him that, and he displayed it last night. His jab now is more of a flick. He doesn't even really extend it that much. But what it does is keep something. It kept something in Tim Tszyu's face the entire time he had to deal with it. And even if Tim Tszyu was trying to fire off, Fondor's arm was half of the time getting in the way. More than 50% of Tim Tszyu's punches, Fondor's arm got in the way of it and stopped the momentum to get to Fondor's face. That's not what he was doing in the beginning of his career or a few fights ago. That's not what he was doing. He was like this the whole time, just throwing it in any way, this way, that way, this way. He just kept flicking it. Sometimes he will actually use it. He'll double up and throw that strong, straight, long ass right. It was catching the shit out of Tim. Tim was not prepared for that shit at all. Tim was not prepared for that. To be honest, if Fondor fought anybody last night, nobody at 154 would have been prepared for that because he never did it. And the fact that he looks so fake standing in the ring, the shit is crazy. Them standing in the ring together just looks so weird. Like you have to, the camera having their entire body, shoes and all, them standing in the ring just looks so, it just doesn't, him, Fondor versus anybody just look like an uneven fight. It just don't match up well. You feel what I'm saying? They look like they're in two different weight classes. For real. It's just crazy to me how you out the ring for 20 years and still performing like that. Yeah. He said 20 years. Ruined my guy Tim Tszyu. No, I don't think he's ruined. I think Spencer let me know that what he did to Spencer let me know he was still there. But Fondor is a tall match. I'm telling you, the way he fought last night was different. He wasn't prepared for it. Fondor is trying to combine his urge to fight close up and his gift of height and reach. It was a good performance. Yeah. He was picking his shots well, too. The ones that he wanted to actually, put some power, sit down on. Yeah, shout out to Fondor. That was a tough performance. Y'all see Turki Al-Sheikh disrespect Tim Tszyu because he lost, right? Turki Al-Sheikh said some crazy shit about Tim Zoo saying, "See, I told you he don't deserve to be on a Riyadh card," and just saying that he basically his performance was trash or something like that. To be honest, man, I did not watch the entire card, but I did watch the Usyk fight with Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois didn't perform well at all in my eyes. Okay, he looked like he was in the ring with a Manny Pacquiao. He was giving Usyk way too much motherfucking respect. I didn't know why Daniel Dubois was fighting like that. Like, what are you doing? He was throwing his hooks slow. He was throwing hooks when he shouldn't have threw them. What is really going on here? He was boxing. Usyk was boxing circles around Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was. It looked like you were telegraphing your punches. Damn it! Like I don't even know how to say it. It looked like you were telegraphing your punches. He didn't look like the same Daniel Dubois that fought the last two opponents. He didn't look like the same Daniel Dubois that fought Usyk the first time. I ain't like that shit. Fundora is the first boxer whose arms are the same size as his legs. Damn. Yeah, and when you said size, I was thinking about the width of their arm, and it probably is. Nah, his legs might be a little tiny. That's crazy, yo. Turkey crazy. Turkey's wild boy for that. You're a wild boy for that. Cause that fight was the fight wasn't entertaining. I got more excitement out of the Tim Zoo fight than I did the Daniel Dubois fight. Just keeping it real. And both of them was like 5 rounds long, wasn't it? Daniel Dubois got stopped in 5. I know that. But I think both fights was 5 rounds long. Yo, the Tim Zoo fight was more entertaining. Tim Zoo was getting fucked up. That's my guy, but he was getting touched up. Something nasty. You hear me? Something nasty. He was getting touched up. I was like, damn, Tim, you need to move your head a little bit more, Tim. I like Mark Masayo's performance. I liked it. I liked Gary Russell did. Gary Russell, what I did see of Gary Russell, he still looked like the same Gary Russell of late, but the guy that he fought, I said already, that guy is trash. That guy that he fought is absolute buns. He never fought any name, and the people he lose against people that lost against people that don't have a name. The guy isn't shit that he fought for real. Was his hands fast? Of course, that's his mono. Did he look good? Yeah, he looked good. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But who else is gonna fight? Who's next? You feel me? Who's next? Daniel been slow as fuck. He looked better though in that first fight. He did so much better. Shit. Hold on. Is it charging? What would you say? Usyk is a classic heavyweight. These super heavyweights aren't built for his pace and skill set. Look how powerful Triple D looked against AJ just to get crushed by Usyk. Yeah, them twinkle toes, just that it's the whole fighting style. Like I believe it's the same thing that had Lomachenko beating everybody the way he was. You know what I'm saying? Is that nice ass footwork. But the heavyweights, especially the ones from UK, they don't got footwork. They don't got footwork damn near at all. None of the heavyweights really got footwork like that, besides our guy Idjit. I would love to see Idjit versus Usyk, man. I think I got Idjit in that one, man. If Idjit can take Big Zhang's power like that, he got dropped once, but he can take his power like that, man, shit. If Usyk fought Idjit, I got Idjit. That's the only person I probably can see beating Usyk. Is the body work assassin. He the only one. Usyk footwork is just too much for these heavyweights. I don't see anybody beating him. Really? Diego, you talking about Diego? He fought? Damn. I can wait to watch Abdullah Mason and that Sam dude. Yeah, I don't know when they fighting. Did they already on the fight card? Did I hear that shit already? Am I tripping? Who else fought last night? But yeah, Gary Russell looked good. Fondor looked good. Mark Messiah looked good. Brandon Figueroa is garbage. You hear me? Get him the fuck out of here. I was tired, yo. They took a lot of my energy. Watching the Fondor fight took a lot of my energy. That's why I was tired. It was that Fondor fight, man. Not Fondor, Figueroa. Figueroa is trash, bro. That fight was so damn sleazy. It was so boring. I was like, yo, what is this? They're just falling in each other, hitting each other, throwing sloppy ass punches to the body and shit. Whack ass defense. Y'all been pro for long enough. Why is this fight looking like this? Why? And I'm tired of all this fights going a distance and shit. Like, Brandon Figueroa need to get it to fuck together. Get it together, bro. Figueroa is disappointing, man. Like, what happened? He used to be such a better fighter years ago. Oh my goodness, man. I was so upset by it. Got spooked? Oh my God, I need to watch it. We need more heavyweights, but they playing football and basketball. The Heartbreak Kid, yes. Oh my God, he was heartbreaking to watch last night. You can't tell me that anybody was entertained watching that shit. You can't tell me anybody was entertained watching that shit last night, bro. I was like, yo, damn, Brandon. You're killing me, Smalls. Up. That shit was mad. It was mad boring, y'all. It was mad boring. Sorry. How I feel about it. Hold on, let me see it. Let me see something. Yeah, that's all I was. Oh. What happened to Isaac Cruz's opponent? That's what I wanted to ask. Why'd they switch out Isaac Cruz's opponent for that guy that guy wasn't ready. He didn't want to really fight. The guy Isaac Cruz was fighting, he didn't really want to fight. He didn't really want to fight, in my opinion, man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with Isaac Cruz's opponent. There's some stuff that I want to play. Hold on. Done talking about these fights that happened last night. I'm gonna start off with Shakur.
Shakur Twitter says there is. What's happening?
Now
this is great. Good. You guys know each other.
Shakur Stevenson and Connor Ben was on the Area Hawaii show or whatever. They had a little interview, did a little back and forth, little spackle or whatever. It was kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? Only watching, it was like 11 and a half minutes that I watched a video of it. I didn't watch either one of the interviews, but shit was entertaining, okay? But it's a few things that he said. One thing in particular that I made part of the title of this live, and it says, do you like watching someone that dominates a fight, basically. So let's get to it. I'm gonna put up what they were talking about, the question or whatever.
We can do it, London.
Here it
It'll
is.
be bigger. Yeah, and to be fair,
They're
after
talking about
your
them
last
fighting
fight,
each other.
people will be a lot more interested in the fight. Yeah, you stood there and you fought him. To be fair, all jokes aside, I thought it was an entertaining fight. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's actually. I've been very critical of your. I know you talk a lot of shit because I don't. It ain't shit. It's facts. It's not facts. It's facts. It's not facts. You're telling me you're exciting fighter to watch. No, exactly.
It depends.
You just,
Can I answer the question?
They were being petty like this the whole time, back and forth to each other. Hold on.
You just
You can't cut me off and not let me answer the question.
Yourself.
Let me answer the question. Yeah, that's how I gotta answer the question, bro. What I'm gonna say is, it depends on what you like watching. Do you like watching somebody dominate a fight?
Well, do you like watching somebody paint walls? That's basically what it's like watching your fight.
Do you like watching somebody dominate a fight?
So let's.
Now that's the question. Do you like watching someone dominate a fight? Cruz's opponent couldn't make weight. Ooh, both of them looked like two thickums when they was face-offing. Hasn't been anything since the first Cool Boy fight. Oh, he was training Robert. Excuse me, I had to go to the hospital due to weight cut issues. Damn. Man, Shakur ain't nothing. Man, Shakur ain't nothing. He has one mildly entertaining fight, and I have to get him. Listen, I have to get him this morning because of his fans, bro. I gotta get you because of your fans, man. You do this every time. A lot of people do this a lot of fans of fighters do this every time. All right. People, their fighter can have like a string of like people saying bad shit about them for like weeks or whatever. Once they have a little good fight, man, you take it too far. All right. So this how I'm gonna open up on talking about Shakur Stevenson. But I need this question answered. Okay?
Do you like watching somebody dominate a fight?
Well,
I need it answered. Okay? I need it answered. Salute to you, 704 Joe. What is popping with you? It's good. Salute to you, King. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Shakur from Jersey, actually, he got a really good mouthpiece. He ain't been up. Both of them was funny, though. It depends on how they dominate. And Crawford did to Spence was dominating, not like what Floyd did to Manny. Yes, let's get into it, Mike. Okay, listen. What I think of this shit. Now, immediately, do I like watching someone to dominate a fight? Hold up. The only time that's entertaining is when someone's getting bloodied, knocked out, or dropped a bunch of times, and the fight ends in a stoppage. That's the only time that a one-sided fight is entertaining. In my opinion, that's what a dominating. If one person is dominating a fight, it is called a one-sided fight. That is what he's asking. Do you like watching one-sided fights? In my opinion, no, I do not. And this is why casual fans and a lot of real boxing fans like knockouts, is because like that's what's most entertaining. You know what I'm saying? In dominating fashion, if you're knocking somebody out, knocking someone down, if you're dropping them, you're bloodying them, you're hurting them, that can still be a one-sided fight. But yes, it is entertaining. If you are fighting to 12 rounds the entire time and it's a one-sided fight and nobody's getting hurt, and all of your opponents have a clean-ass face after the fight, and people say that you're boring, you cannot argue about people liking a one-sided fight. That's it. You just saying a dominated fight is basically the same thing as saying that a fight is one-sided. It's the same shit. Now, I know a lot of people would love to see their favorite fighter in dominating fights, but do fans want to see that shit? And the answer is no. No. You're talking about UK fans. It's a UK fighter. You see how Conor been fighting? If he's going to dominate, it's going to be in that way. He's trying to hurt you. Like a lot of these fights, like for real, in my opinion, Shakur knows he's in a boat all by his damn self. You the one who got the defense like nobody else's. Your defense ain't like Floyd's either. Because honestly, Floyd's defense was in the pocket with anybody he wanted to fight, not just with certain people, with everybody. So no, it's not entertaining if you're fighting a one-sided fight or a dominating fight all the way to a decision where people think that they were robbed out of the entertainment because nobody got hit. You didn't get hit and you didn't hit nobody else. And the times that you did hit someone else, it was just for points. It's like we're watching an amateur fight. No, nobody wants to see that. We want to see fighters get hurt. That's what we want to see. That's the amateur part of anybody fighting. It doesn't even have to be no specific name. If you continue to fight somebody and it looks like it's only for points and you don't want to hurt nobody, it looks amateurish. Well, I mean, what do you want us to say? That's how I look at it. Shakur always say he's gonna beat the shit out of someone, and he can't. Yeah, dominate like Floyd dominated. Yes, that shit was entertaining, bro. He hurt the shit out of Gotti. You could tell Gotti was hurt like a motherfucker in the fight. It was hard to watch from Gotti fans. Gotti fans, you could tell in the crowd it was hard to watch the people that came there and watched that shit for Gotti to win that fight. Like, bro, it's not many of those fights with his name attached to it. It's none at 135, in my opinion. I mean, whatever, bro. These people like Padley, that people are, you know what I'm saying, that's being stacked up on the resume, and people are tallying up these numbers and comparing them to Floyd is disrespectful. Floyd made absolute magic in the ring, regardless of who was standing in the ring versus him. Y'all are disrespecting that man and the sport of what you call the sweet science by even saying this man is compared to him. He's not. He's the first Shakur Stevenson. It ain't shit wrong with that. But the stuff that people be saying is fucking outlandish. Straight up. No, I don't want to watch a dominating fight where nobody's getting hurt. That's the bottom line. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting hurt. I felt like I was getting robbed out of the entertainment at some point in time and watching his fights. That's what I felt like, because he wasn't throwing no punches either. He got one good performance and people taking it overboard now, bro. It's too much. It's too much. You can, like Edgar Berlanga versus Sherrod's. You can talk about that fight, like, bro. Some people would say that was a one-sided dominating fight. It was only 5 rounds. It was only interesting or entertaining because dude got bloodied. He bloodied dude. He hurt him, dropped him a couple times, and he got stopped. Yeah, we like that. We like that. Okay? But do y'all want to see a dominating fight? That's the question that we're here. Do we want to see a dominating fight where nobody's getting hurt to a decision? That's what's been going on. Like, we don't need to even bring in other fighters. This is just for an example. Because the person that said it was Shakur. Nobody else said that shit. Just him said it. Just he said it. So, nah. That feeling that everybody's feeling after the fight. As I gave him his props after the fight. I said it was a good fight. I didn't talk about the ropes or nothing. I didn't talk about none of that shit. And I got that at the end of my title. Yes, the ropes Sha-Ported him. The ropes Sha-Ported him. That's a fact. It did. But it was nothing to talk about. Like, a lot of fans ain't really here to talk bad about fighters, bro. They're not really here to talk bad about fighters, man. I be trying to let a lot of people live, but y'all fans, man, y'all take shit way too far. Way too far. Now y'all comparing them to Floyd. Y'all know damn well it would have been a better performance if Floyd was in that ring versus Zepeda. When Floyd was what? How old is Shakur? 28, 29, 30? Okay, put that 30-year-old Floyd Mayweather in the ring with Zepeda. You think he would have did better or worse? Tevin Farmer dropped Zepeda. What are we missing? I heard Shakur say that he got an injury during the fight with Zepeda. Another hand injury. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about? Dominate, outbox, or Floyd did Chico Corrales. I like watching a boring one. If it's my fighter dominating, exactly. That's the only one. That's the only. Of course, you would like your fighter to be in a one-sided dominating fight. Yeah, but we talking about all the fans here. No, Conor Ben don't want to watch you. He already said it. No, he don't want to watch you sit and dominate. Don't hurt nobody. He already answered that question. No. Shakur's definition is a boring-ass fight where he jumps back all night. In my days, they fought 15 rounds. They fought right all the way through. Floyd talked the trash and backed it up. He definitely did. Mike Rhymes said, hell no. Floyd was a smart fighter. He found a way to win, definitely. Floyd by KO. Floyd would have stopped. That's what I'm saying. Floyd would have stopped Zepeda. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. For all the people that's comparing Floyd to Shakur because of this performance, bro, even I thought we was beyond this. I thought we was past talking about he's, you know what I'm saying, he's like Floyd and shit. I thought we was over it. But this feeling that Shakur was having, he looked like he was tearing up a little bit of tears of joy, no sobbing or nothing like that. But he was happy, you know what I'm saying? It's called a little because you went through a little bit of adversity, you know what I'm saying? A little bit. After Shakur fights, his celebration be small because he already knew what's up. He already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? No sweat off his back. This is an easy one. He knew it was going to be easy before, during, after the fight. It ain't enough. After the Zepeda win, it was a little different. It felt a little different. The fans act a little different. This feeling can continue to happen. All he need to do is fight in the pocket, fight in spurts, fight the way, you know what I'm saying? Fight like that. Like, it ain't going to kill you. It ain't going to take years off your career, bro. Ain't gonna kill you to do that instead of fighting at a safe distance the entire fight. It's not gonna kill you to fight the way people seeing you fight Zepeda. A lot of people say that was the way you're supposed to be fighting. You're supposed to fight like that. They don't look at it that you did anything special. I know you didn't do nothing spectacular in the fight. You didn't. You look good, but you didn't do anything spectacular. For people to be saying that you're Floyd Mayweather and shit. Come on, bro. What was spectacular for him to be Floyd? For him to have a better offense than Tank is what I'm hearing. I don't know what people be saying. But people comparing Tank to Shakur, bro, it's still no comparison. Like I said, Tevin Farmer got a smaller knockout rating than Shakur. A lot smaller knockout rating than Shakur. And Tevin drops Zepeda, bro. It's a good performance. All right, it was good, but it still was a 12-round fight, and his face wasn't clean after the fight. He had some dots. All right, and Zepeda fight. I think Zepeda face is a little clean actually after the fight. Earl's still my favorite. Earl, that guy. Shakur, we've heard more with his daughter say he almost knocked her little cute voice. I almost knocked you out. It was super cute. But we can talk about the ropes supporting Shakur Stevenson, man, from the fall. Ain't nobody bring it up, man. We real ones. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing to talk about. But damn, we're gonna act like it didn't happen and he Floyd now. Come on, man. Just take your victory lap and go about your business. Don't try to, block the street and just say this is Shakur Street now. No, fuck that. We're not doing that. Salute to you, Just Dude. What is popping with you, cuzzo? We ain't doing that shit. But it's a fact. Ain't nobody feet got tangled up in that shit. Nobody feet got tangled up in that. Nobody's. Everybody knows, and even Oscar told you, when it comes to the shoulder roll, the only thing you really subjected to is that jab. And that's what he got hit with, a jab. A jab. And you look at it as many angles as you want. Their feet didn't get tangled up. His right foot slipped under him. And he's not Houdini. He can't fly or float. If that rope wasn't there, he would have fell. And technically, that's a knockdown. So if you want to be Floyd, that's your Floyd moment. You got a knockdown that wasn't called. But nobody cared. But people still talked about it. People still said shit. I mean, nobody said shit about it. Everybody just let that shit go on. Shakur had a good performance. It was good. You know what I'm saying? People just neglected to talk about that because it ain't shit. But to come out and to start talking about he's Floyd all over again. Oh my God, bro. I ain't let y'all give me a headache. I really didn't. On my back. I really didn't. I ain't let y'all give me no headache. That shit was way too much for me. I said, we back on this. We back on this. After the first time he ever looked like he went through a little bit of adversity. The first time he ever looked like he would have got knocked down. The first time that he ever really looked good versus a fighter that threw a lot of punches. This shit look, you know what I'm saying? This first time he had this type of fight. And that's what we go to? It's crazy. Absolute craziness. But no, Sha-Ported, what's his name? Zepeda didn't push his punches. None of that should happen. His back wasn't on them ropes though. Now you gotta get. Oh, definitely. His back wasn't on that ropes though. Hold on. I'll skip something. But yes. Who else is next? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Boots. I think I had a video. Or do I? Don't I? Do I or don't I? All right, okay. No. Not Bud. Boots. David Benavidez. Here we go.
Run for nobody. I'd rather go into war than than to be a technical fight. To be honest with you, run for nobody. I'd rather go into war than than to be a technical fight. To be honest with you, run for nobody. I'd rather go into war than than to be a technical fight. To be honest with you.
One more time, David.
Run for nobody. I'd rather go into war than than to be a technical fight. To be honest with you.
Now, David Benavidez is my guy. I keep saying this, bro. I keep saying it. This is how fighters should be. They should have this mentality of a David Benavidez. And a lot of motherfucking fighters has the opposite mentality. A lot of them. That's why right now, the boogeyman has probably been the boogeyman for about 6 years now, for real. Even though you be getting fights, nobody want to fight David Benavidez. But you see the back and forth, the difference, right? And between the things that Shakur said and between the things that David Benavidez said. And when you look at people's list of accolades and whatnot, he's way higher on it than David Benavidez. And it's because nobody want to fight this man. You see how the difference goes, how the pendulum swings back and forth? This is why I say accolades is a dirty word. As this man sat here and said, instead of something being, he don't want a dominating fight. He want a back and forth fight. He'd rather be in the war. That's what he said. He'd rather be in a war. And you only can be in the war if you fight somebody that's as good as you or better than you. Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is popping with you? You only can be in a war if you fighting somebody as good as you or better. Okay? This ain't the time to worry about money when a contract comes or when it's time to talk about negotiate a fight. This ain't the time to get the most dollar. This ain't the time to see what you can get out the fight. This ain't the time, you know what I'm saying, for any of that shit. This ain't the time to see how many fights you can get out the deal. You're supposed to say yes because you want to test yourself. And that's where my problem lies with Shakur and all of his fans that don't want to admit that Shakur already was talked to about the Tank fight. He said no because he wanted more. He wanted more. Okay? It's a lot of fighters. And once you read between the lines about fighters, bro, seriously, especially if you're talking about fighting fighters at 147 and at 140, if you plan on moving up, you should have just said yes to the Gervonta Davis fight. But it seems like a lot of fighters stay in social media, they stay in fans' mouth and old media, new media's mouth because of maybe this fight can happen. Maybe this fight can happen. All right. I'm not going to say it's clout. What it is that people really think that the fight really can happen. It's really not clout. That's what a lot of people say. They getting clout from this fight. They want clout from Tank. No, they're not taking a fight because at the same time, all the fans think that the fight can still be made. So they don't stop thinking about these two fighters together. It's a lot of names that will always be connected to Tank because they didn't fight yet. And they keep talking about fighting Tank instead of just saying that I'm not going to, like David Benavidez say he ain't chasing Canelo no more. He don't talk about him. He moved on. But for a long time, and still because the fight can still get made until it happens and people can move on. It's not going to happen until they actually fight. And if he's already tried, like if Tank already tried to fight a number of people and all of these number of people wanted more and they wanted more on the contract and the fight didn't happen, bruh, all of it is really just making all the fans continue to think and talk about the fight that just hasn't happened yet. That's really what it is. But I see a lot of people saying, old media too. I see a lot of people on old media saying that they don't know why Bud is putting on a lot of muscle and he's gaining a lot of weight. I can answer that question. Bud is putting on a lot of weight because he knows that he has to have pop when fighting Canelo, right? You have to make sure Canelo knows that you have something to equalize his punch. Equalize him coming forward or stop him from coming forward. And Bud knows that he was in that fight with Madrimov, that last dude that he was fighting. What was that, 160 that he fought at? Did Bud fight his last fight at 160? Salute to you, Maximus Royalty. What is popping with you? What's popping with you? Canelo is not really a big guy. He knows Benavidez is too big for him. Yeah, but the thing is, he fought Crusher Kovalev. I think him and David Benavidez probably the same size. I seen David Benavidez walk right past him a couple times when I was in Texas. He's really not that big. I know I'm not 6 feet tall. He really ain't that big. And Crusher Kovalev looked huge in my opinion. And that's just how 154. Okay, hold on. So all this time, I was thinking that fight was at 160. He about to fight Canelo at 168. Somebody that's a leather face like Tank. Somebody that's a real thick neck bulldog. He about to fight Canelo at 168. Didn't have a fight at 168 nor 160. But at 154, he fought a man named Madrimov. And he threw the kitchen sink at this man. the kitchen sink you could tell, go back and look at that fight, especially them uppercuts. He was putting everything that he had into them punches, and it really wasn't doing much to Majmal. It really wasn't doing much to Majmal. So he's putting on all of this weight and all of this muscle so he can do something to Canelo Alvarez. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. Salute to you, Royal Constrictor. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. I don't know if that's going to work. You hear me? I can at least say if he's coming in heavy, we shouldn't expect a William Skoll performance. We shouldn't expect him to move around the ring a lot if he's coming in that heavy. So salute. I will be tuned in watching this fight. But I still think that it's going to be an uphill battle for Bud to climb. And if he does win, salute to him. He deserves all the respect, or not respect, the credit for the win of over Canelo. But Canelo's not. I still say Canelo's not probably outside of his prime, and he's lost before. So unless he does something that nobody's ever been done, like drop Canelo, yeah, then he probably might belong on that Rushmore, like he wants to be, the boxing Rushmore, like he wants to be. maybe not. I don't know. I'm not ready to argue nothing for Bud, but I think it will be a good fight. But I still think it's going to be a hard one, and I think he's gaining all this weight and muscle because he's going to need it if he's going to really fight Canelo and not move around the ring a lot. If he's going to stand there and trade or stand there and outbox Canelo, he's going to need a lot of bite on the punches. They made Bud change his gloves. When for the Canelo fight coming up, they said no horsehair. I wouldn't let him wear that horsehair shit either. No bullshit. That horsehair shit and regular patent gloves is not the same. That shit is not created equal. I just realized Gary fought at 135 last night. I will like to see him versus Pitbull Cruz next. I thought he fought at 130 last night, but he fought at 135. Bet. I don't know about that one, Pitbull Cruz. That'll be a good fight, though. Hold on. I knew it was one more Shakur video. Hold on. Where is it at?
What's your relationship with him, and how did that come about?
Honestly, we have a great relationship. I sat down with him, and I actually got to talk with him and see what type of person he is, and he just seemed like a very good person. What I like the most about him, he want the fights that are competitive, like the 50-50 fights.
I don't think this is it.
This guy could win the fight. This guy could win the fight. And I respect that because that's how my mentality is. I would want to be in the ring with guys that I feel it should be a 50-50 fight. I don't think nobody's 50-50 with me, but for the fans and the public and stuff like that. So I like when I met Turkey, and I love the way that his approach to the game is.
And he paying for it too.
For sure.
For sure. People be complaining when it's oh, he's messing up the game. And I'm like, well, give him some.
Hold up. That ain't it. It's not it. Where is it at? But yeah, this.
Yo, people think that I got hurt. I was just watching a video because he threw a jab, and I kind of was off balance. And when I was off balance, he kind of kept throwing, so it looked like I was hurt. But I promise you, if I was hurt, I would tell y'all.
Now, what I wanted to say was, I knew it was a video on there that I was looking for when I was talking about that part. But what I wanted to say was, I didn't think he was hurt. When when Zepeda hit him with the jab or whatever, and his foot came out from behind him and the rope supported him, bruh, I didn't think you were hurt. I thought you was caught off balance. In my honest opinion, I said this a while ago. I said this years ago. Every time a fighter gets dropped, it's not because they're hurt. Like, a lot of times fighters be off balance or they'll be fucking exhausted. Not every time a fighter gets dropped, they're hurt. And just because you get dropped, it doesn't mean you have to be hurt in order for it to be called a drop. For you know what I mean? For it to be called a knockdown. That's not how it works. So him saying to the cameras, him saying to everybody that I wasn't hurt and I was just off balance lets me know that if that rope was there, you would have fell. You would have fell. And it wouldn't have been because you was hurt. It would have been because I was off balance. But Shakur, in my opinion, has knocked down plenty of people because they were off balance, not because they were hurt, not because they were injured. You understand what I'm saying? So that's like, to me, he's just admitting that you got hit. It was a good shot, respect to the shot. But if those ropes wasn't there, in my opinion, and what it looked like from all the camera, because the way you were leaning and just on your left foot like that, no way you would have fucking kept your balance and stayed on your feet. No, you would have fell. Salute to the brothers UK. What is good with you? And Valdez for sure. Yeah, and people be talking about that Shakur don't get hurt because he don't show it. Shakur let us know that Valdez hurt him to the body and none of us knew until he said it. Like, these fighters got good poker faces. They've been doing this forever. And I'm not going to play the 11-minute video because I'm not trying to be live all morning. But I'm not going to play the 11-minute video. But Shakur was saying that he's not big, that him and Conor Ben is like the same size. The thing is, Conor Ben fights at welterweight. That's 2 weight classes above 135. So I'm just saying, he sounds like he's about to move up. And you should. And that's what it sounds like, bro. It sounds like you should move up then. If you the same size of a welterweight, you shouldn't be fighting at 135. That's a whole conversation all by itself when you look at his resume. Okay, and look at the people on his resume and then imagine that he's supposed to he's really the size of a welterweight. And those are his words, not nobody else's but his. And that keeps saying, everybody that keeps saying the fighter is too small that's fighting in a side weight class is bigger than them is not a good look. It look like you're a punk and that they're more brave than you, or it just don't look. Everything that I think of is not a good look. It's nothing good about it. If everybody's smaller than you and they're in bigger weight classes, it's just not a good look. It's not nothing good to say or none of that shit. But I forgot that video. So back what I was talking about, because I was done talking about Shakur. Devin Haney. Let's talk about Devin. That's right, Devin. That's what we're talking about. Been fighting at 160, yeah. Fighting at 160 at that. Big boy. Where is it at? Okay. Devin Haney and the Brian Norman situation. Brian Norman said he's about to go out on vacation all week. When I get back, it's damn near August. So I said, let's start then. Your boy will be okay. This will be a clean ass whooping. So, and that was to Bill Haney, because Bill Haney said, we offered to start VADA testing today and even pay for it. Brian Norman Jr. wants to wait until August 1st. If you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to delay. Let's test now. So that's what he answered back to Bill. And then Devin seen what Brian Norman said about going out of town. So Devin said, F your vacation. You in the biggest fight of your life. VADA can come anywhere in the world. Sign your paperwork. Like you said, you did already. Okay. Now, I watched, shout out to Tay Jones. He had a little inside track on this situation since he knows Brian Norman personally. He said he knows for a fact that Brian Norman Jr. already signed for his VADA testing, and he was just answering Bill Haney back saying that he was going out of town and saying that that's when he's going to start his testing on August 1st. I believe the fight is supposed to take place in November. So you have August, September, October, November. I believe that's a long time and enough time to be, you have all of August. You know what I'm saying? September, October, and then November is the fight. I think that's fine. You know what I mean? And I think the Haneys is trying to be bullies in the situation. But I think that Brian Norman Jr. is the champion. I think also when Devin Haney was in Dubai was the same time they were saying that he was signed up for 365-day testing. So if they came to Dubai and followed him around when he got married and all of this other shit and tested him every damn day, then they can follow Brian Norman around and at Bill Haney's expense. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to get to is that it shouldn't be nothing to talk about online. Now, this is what I was saying in the beginning when it came to Devin Haney and them saying that they was going to fight Brian Norman Jr. Now, a lot of fighters do this, but nobody does it as more as the Haneys, in my opinion. They'll have the fans thinking, giving them props for taking a fight that never actually happens. I don't think Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney fight is actually going to happen. It's a lot of people talking a lot of nonsense surrounding the fight. Like, it's no way that Brian Norman Jr. can win versus Devin Haney is laughable. You understand? And it's just the fact that I never seen the Haneys come out of their comfort zone to fight somebody of the likes of Brian Norman Jr. They're trying to make you think that Brian Norman Jr. is a cakewalk or a pushover. And that's not, it couldn't be further from the truth. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. fight, this is something like I heard Devin Haney say that he's never been overmatched when it came to Ryan Garcia. They looked at Ryan Garcia as a C-level talent, and he wasn't this, he wasn't that. They dissed him the whole time in the lead up of the fight. Now, it's no reason for people to say those things about Brian Norman Jr. He's seasoned enough, and he's a champion. Ryan Garcia never was and never fought for one, besides when he fought for Ryan Garcia and fought Gervonta Davis. So, I mean, it's not. This is apple and oranges. I think the people that is on Devin Haney's resume is nothing compared to Brian Norman Jr. That's honestly how I feel. I think Brian Norman Jr. has fought somebody that's similar to Devin Haney already on his resume, you know, and for Devin Haney to be the guy that people are saying he will be versus Brian Norman Jr., he will have to turn back the clock like people are saying Manny Pacquiao did. For real. That's how I feel. But I knew it was a brush of wind would stop this Haney fight. They looking for a reason, honestly, is what it seems like. Like, Devin don't want to fight a clean fighter unless, he starts testing whenever he wants. It's crazy. And Brian's the champion. But if Brian's going out of town, then, VADA should follow him. I don't know why it should be written on social media. It's like he's prepping all the fans to say, look, he don't want to fight because he's not a clean fighter. Like, for real. It's crazy as hell. And he's never test positive. Like, nothing. Brian Norman Jr. ain't never test positive for nothing. For him to even have any accusations. When you look at Bud opponent Majimov, people were saying that he was muscular. He was real big and shit. Man, he is small, for real. It needs to get his weight up compared to the PED user that David Morrell just fought, man. That shit is crazy. They say he tests positive for PEDs, and David Benavidez still fought him, and he actually won the fight. And he hurt his opponent in the championship rounds. But you got Devin out here threatening to stop a fight versus a clean fighter that never tests positive ever in his career because he won't start when he want to start. Like, for real. People just need to see what's going on. This shit is crazy. It's absolute madness. I don't think there's anything else I needed to talk about either. I hit my hour mark. Hey, I need to go get my daughter today. So I had some stuff to do. That's why I didn't want to stay on here very, very long. Hold on. Who's supposed to be fighting this weekend? This Saturday? That's the question. I think we got some more good fights coming. I don't remember who it is. It's actually on the cards. Let me check real quick. Okay. Got Xander Zayas is fighting next week on ESPN. Shushu Carrington is on the undercard. Emilio Fernando Vargas is on the undercard. Rohan Polanco, that's my guy. He's fighting Quentin Randall. I gotta see that fight. Yeah, they got a nice little card on here. Steven Navarrete, yeah. They got a nice little card on here on the 26th, ESPN and ESPN Plus. And on the same day, on the 26th, the Zone in Detroit, Chris Shields have a hometown card. I believe this is an all-girl card as well. You got Kenneth Sims and Oscar Duarte fights August the 2nd on the Zone. Yeah, Dillian White. Oh, okay, that's the card he fight on. Nick Ball supposed to fight Sam Gooden. Ray Ford supposed to fight Anthony Casey or whatever. And Moses supposed to fight Dillian White. And Filip Herkovich is on the card. All right, a nice little heavyweight card for real on the Zone. Riyadh season on the 16th. Salute to everybody that came in the building, bro. Everybody that's going to hear this on the playback. Salute. Y'all need to chill. Chill on these fighters, bro. Let fighters be the first them. For real. Luncheon. Salute to everybody that came in the building, y'all. See y'all next Saturday. Every Saturday, if your girl can make it. Every Saturday, if your girl can make it. Either 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Holla at your girl. I'll see you next time. Peace.
I'm working outside. Penny X.